Good evening and thank you for joining us. A controversial motion coming to Thunder Bay City Council on Monday will determine the fate of EMS stations in 5 smaller towns along the North Shore. If the vote passes, it will empower Superior North EMS to go ahead with a 10-year master plan that impacts 14 municipalities, First Nations, and unorganized areas throughout the district. And not all of them are on board with the plan. Lee Noonan explains.
The merger of EMS stations in Nipigon and Red Rock and Terrace Bay and Schreiber and the replacement of the Beardmore station with a community-based paramedic are the most controversial aspects of the plan, which sparked protests when it was up for Thunder Bay City Council approval last year. Red Rock CAO Mark Figliamini is calling for a review of the governance system for the region's paramedic service.
I think it is completely wrong for members of one council in the city of Thunder Bay to make decisions that clearly affect the North Shore communities.
For Superior North EMS Chief Wayne Gates, moving ahead with the plan is essential to stabilizing a service that is facing serious staffing challenges.
So we really need, I think, to focus on realigning these bases and make it much more conducive to the paramedics that are already working there and committed to these communities, but also ability to bring in new paramedics that want to be part of these communities now.
Gates says the 5 stations targeted for restructuring all have very low call rates and that on average, paramedic service should not be negatively affected by the changes.
There might be a bit of an increase of response time in one community, but there's also going to be a decreased response time in other communities. It's always going to be a little bit of gain and a little pull. But overall, the response times in those communities aren't going to change that much.
Figliamini says the data supporting the plan is too vague and that consultations were more like information sessions. He's also concerned that the consolidations could pit communities against each other. But ultimately, what he's most concerned about is the decision-making process.
In essence, 13 members of Thunder Bay City Council will vote on this situation with very little input from the regional communities. Again, I'm not putting blame on anyone in this situation. I'm saying that overview of the whole system and the governance policy needs, in my opinion, to be closely looked at.
Gates wouldn't comment on the service's governance system, but did say that his own responsibility is towards the whole region.
I said, as a chief, I'm responsible for everybody in the Thunder Bay district, and my goal is to make sure everybody can receive the service when they need it.
City Council will vote on implementing the plan Monday night, but no decisions have been made yet on exactly when or exactly where the new bases will be located. Lee Noonan, TBT News.